We start with Jolene and Jotaro versus John Gallier. For long-time JoJo fans, this is one of the more anticipated fights in Stone Ocean. After a long absence from direct action, Jotaro is finally back and he's on a mission. Unfortunately, his and Jolene's escape attempt ends up being a trap set by John Gallier, hence we get this fight. It's pretty much what you'd expect from a JoJo fight with all the insane powers, but with the added emotional investment of a fractured family coming together to fight. Among the fights in Stone Ocean so far, I find this quite cool in a way because it also feels like some torch-passing ceremony in the form of a fight. Granted, Jotaro didn't die, but the fight feels like him finally passing the reins to his daughter. Now, I don't want to spoil his fate after this, but this fight is the perfect setup for that crowning moment. David Production did this fight justice, and I'm so glad they pulled it off. The good news, we're just getting started. Part 6 is full of these wild fights that I can't wait to see animated. It's gonna be so hype when we get there. I'd say one of the most personally impactful fights this season had to come from Tact of Destiny. Yep, I'm talking about Lenny and Titan's last stand. Tact of Destiny has been one of the surprise bangers this season, and it's due to fights like this. We're used to seeing some wide-scale destruction from the show, but how about this last fight that Lenny and Titan had together? It's just fast-paced insanity, and that's to be expected considering the guys behind Tact of Destiny. The action's furious, the moments are tense, but those are barely the main reasons why I find this fight so good. What I like the most about the fight is the consequences of it, both in-universe and to us viewers who had to lay witness to such an emotional moment. Yeah, I know the fight had death flags plastered all over it, but has that ever diminished the impact of a fight like this for you? I mean, personally speaking, not much. The fight may have been Lenny's swan song, but he'll always be remembered. Such a great supporting character that gave off a comforting aura. This has been an emotional end to his tale, and the feels came from a show that I didn't expect them to come from. Now, given the premise of the show, it's obvious that we'll be getting at least one awesome strategic fight from Platinum End. Battle Royale anime with supernatural beings has always been a recipe for some cool combat, and for Platinum End, it holds up its side of the bargain. This is a fight that featured quite a hefty use of CG. Now, that doesn't make it any less good, as it still got my heart pounded with how fast everything moved. It's quite hard to follow the actual action, but that only adds to the moment. With how wildly the camera angles were, you can really feel the intensity of this showdown. Platinum End prides itself on its premise of pitting worldviews against each other. Both sides have different viewpoints on killing people, and that puts some added stakes in this already nice fight. Now, while I won't say that Platinum End is a candidate for anime of the season, it's got some very intriguing themes alongside the deeply passionate fights. One Piece stays strong with this next fight, Luffy and X-Drake versus Numbers. I really like how One Piece is so seamlessly adapted to modern anime techniques. It's not a show with fights as mind-blowing as Ufotable or Mappa ones, but they are still damn good. We've had that Zoro moment not too long ago, and now we have this. Let's just say that this post-Wano animation for the series has been insane. The fight itself is simple, to be honest. It's Luffy showing how strong he's becoming by destroying opponents bigger than he is. Still, let's appreciate the effort that got put into it. You can really feel the impact of each earth-shattering attack, the way the whole thing gets presented, and it caps off with a key moment of Drake asking to join Luffy's alliance. Now, if a simple fight like this got this amount of care from the anime team, imagine the latter fights down the line. Damn, I'm so excited just thinking about them. If you've been watching my videos, you know that I've said a lot of good stuff about Dragon Quest. It's quite the niche anime, but I really like the nostalgic feel it gives me. It's also got some nifty fights that 90s shonen fans would like. Well, what do you know? Dragon Quest does it again. Most notable in the fight is how Dai just parries every explosive like it's nothing. Not quite Ichigo slashing away Senbon Zakura level, but it's still cool seeing the scene in anime form. The fight's quite standard, but I think it's the voice acting and then the camera angles that make this fight so good. Simply beautiful work in presenting this fight. It's very impactful and attention-grabbing, and that finishing blow is just a thing of beauty. It's as shonen as it can be, and fans of the genre will definitely love this fight. Now, let's take a break then, shall we? Do you know what makes video creators happy? Subscriptions. So if you haven't done so